All right, we're live. Hello there. Oh. Yeah, where I had my mic. Bum, bum. All right, where we gotta go? Gotta return to the Red Devils HQ. That stuff to sell? Probably. Let's head to Mars. Hello, Dong. How goes it? Go to Mars. Hello, Mark. Let's sit down on Cydonia. Banana.
We have arrived. I will meet you inside the facility.
All right. Hello, Michael. Margarita. Oh, God. Watching from the Savannah Undergrounds. Maybe don't land here. Oh, God. Okay, Ghost. Hello there. Oh, hello, No Roth. Good you're here. I was about to have a panic attack. I like the Serenity build is looking good. All right, let's go sell some stuff. Hello there, Arcane. How goes it? Hello there. Rongo? Rongo. Is that how you say it?
Hey,
Welcome aboard. Don't worry, your name is not weird. I'm just slightly stupid. I'd like to make trade.
Cool.
You're way too chill. Hello there, Doc. How goes it? Welcome. You're about to experience some Uber gamer. The Critically Habs are fucking amazing. Mix of raw and Springo. Rongo. Okay, cool. Hello, Tennessee. No pain this time. I'm a professional these days. Off stream, I've been kind of doing some chance to craft weapon mods without using resources. That's kind of interesting. Now let's sell everything we can that we don't need. Let's... Oh no.
Sounds like a...
So it seems that Oblivion is coming sooner rather than later. All of the Oblivion subreddit, I've been just like watching it, and they're like, Todd, just fucking release the game. Stop teasing us. We know it's real. And I'm like, yeah, Todd, fucking release it already. Do you not sell ship parts? Why do you not sell ship parts? Am I in the wrong location to buy ship parts? Hello?
If you need
Not you.
touch up.
Oh Jesus, here we go again. How are you, Doctor?
Telling myself next year.
I could use some medical supplies, please, Doctor.
Oh, sure. You look to be an easy patient for a change.
Buy them outside? Oh, he 100% is. Like, oh, you guys wanted Oblivion? That's cute. Maybe someday. Wonder how plausible. To be honest, the thing with that is I don't know. See, the team that are apparently working on it who accidentally leaked a load of stuff, which I really wish they had have leaked a higher resolution image, because there's like 2 deluxe editions. One comes with horse armor, but you couldn't really see too much. I'm assuming it's going to come with all of the base DLC and stuff, like Shivering Isles. But I don't know, like, how much of it was done by Bethesda versus how much was done by a different studio. Also, I wonder how, like, plausible... Econ stim. What does this do? This just inhaler? Refines muscle control and flexibility, improving low posture. Trade license chem. Oh, that's... God, can you imagine if we could... Wait, I feel like... I doubt it'd be buggy, to be honest with you. Like, any true Bethesda fan, if they start complaining about bugs, that as long as they're not game-breaking, no true Bethesda fan cares. I always wonder, like, are these just inhalers? Or are these meant to be, an injection? R plus. Going to be... Are you going to be using the most awesome stupendous can't be Starfield without Todd? I am not, just because, not a big fan of New Game Plus kind of stuff. I never get that far, you know. I prefer my game to not be super challenging and my ships to actually be balanced. But then that's just on me. Wonder if they fix the vampire glitch. Oh, probably not. I would see. I'm assuming they're gonna probably leave a lot of the glitches in, but there obviously is a level of kind of balance between like, because I remember the Count of Skingrad would just go off on walkies, which that's gonna be hilarious. Like, there's the other one, isn't there? Like, isn't there the? Is it the Count of Leowin? He like makes a, he like constantly goes to like this lodge, like the Knights of the Unicorn or something, but sometimes he can get like stuck. Is it the Countess? It might be, no, maybe the Count. Maybe not no, it is Leowin. I just remember there being like a kind of a bug where like once you got to, hello X, how goes it? Once you got to like a certain part, I want to say it like triggered him to, he'd like walk around, which to be honest, I did like that. And I feel like I would love to see Bethesda have attempted that in like today's, you know, like in Skyrim, because you do have it a little bit in Skyrim, but it's not as like, you know, you're not going to run into the Jarl of Whiterun out hunting on the plains, you know, or stuff like that. Which, I wonder how difficult that would be. Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. I'm just excited because there's so much about it. Like, Oblivion was my first introduction into it, and I feel like it's probably going to be a lot of people's first introduction into Elder Scrolls. Like, I mean, if you played, Amiral's gonna level up, honestly. Plus, if he actually did level up his one-handed, he'd realize his fucking steel axe of Whiterun with fear is fucking dog shit. Like, ah yes, I killed a dragon. Here's a crappy axe. Red trench for... Ooh, we'll have to buy some, actually. That's a good idea. Why am I walking? Where the fuck am I going? Head to the Red Devil's HQ. To the Red Devil. Which I quite like that about Oblivion, but I do wonder... Oh god. I'm quite liked it. I mean, it's better than Morrowind. Tried to play. Hello, Lee. Morrowind didn't last well for me. We all gonna have to hit up Dorian, kill him, and get that infinite money.
I can't believe it.
Major Sanon, Dr. Walker.
You're in better shape than I expected, Kaiser.
Cracking open a nice cold monster. I need to find other
This is good to hear. I was
drinks that
told
aren't
there was
monster.
a new threat on the horizon. I wish to learn more.
Percival will give you the full story.
Plus, get you dressed for the occasion.
Occasion. Where are we going?
Londinion.
Londinion, Doctor.
Kinetic energy penetrator. 9.5 millimeters. 21 kilos per mag? 40 fucking pound mags!
Additional armaments.
That's the plan. Come on.
Yeah, I got Kaiser.
Captain, you're with me.
Got
Time to
good at
walk
this
you
game.
through what we came up with.
Oh,
the
Jin.
problem we're
No,
up
no, no, no,
against
no.
is vast.
Kaiser, no, no
Terramorphs,
for me.
They can be anywhere, meaning us finding and disposing of them ourselves isn't an option.
Alright,
But what if we could let something else do the work for
alright,
us? Come on. I'll walk you through what we're thinking.
alright.
Hello.
Hello. Oh yeah, that's just how it goes.
You remember that creature we talked about before you went to Nira? The thing that eats terramorphs, the Asyles?
I do. I remember, short.
Apparently, they were bloodhounds for terramorphs. But when the UC ran low on synthetic foods during the Colony War, the Asyles were chosen to fill in the gaps.
We thought they were harvested to extinction. But in the data, the research team found the location of a few remaining specimens. As you can see, what we're proposing is bringing them back. We'd breed populations of them, distribute them to human worlds, and then let nature take its course, using a method that thousands of years of adaptation have already perfected. We could speed up their breeding process using some of the same technologies that were used to create...
With what call?
We even think that with some time and investigation, we could use the Asyles' hunting skills to track down the terramorph transmission method at long last. Find out how humanity spread them and put an end to the terramorph problem definitively.
That sounds like it could actually work.
I really think it could. Now, there is another option for removing
No.
a microbe.
No,
Something we could
No,
do.
no.
It'd still take time.
no, no, no. I vote for the Sillies.
Inclined that way myself.
With either path, though, we're looking at a long-term commitment. Years of work.
My ship isn't
Even
fast
just
enough
getting
to
these plans off the
ram
ground
it, because
is
in
going
order for it
take
to be
time.
big,
And all routes are going to require some highly specific material.
All right.
Terramorph cell lines we can breed quickly and consistently to test on.
right?
Asyles gene samples we can
All right.
or sharpen our microbes.
All right.
Not the sort of things any labs just got lying around.
Oh Jesus!
But we think we found a lead. One place in the known
Oh, then, bro.
galaxy where we
I have
know
never,
should be
because
able
I
to
don't see
find
the point of
raw
it. It's way too
materials.
risky. Like, yes,
All
should we
paths
choose something humans created because we're so good at creating things, or should we use something that was like evolution made? Let's not waste time. Londinium, here we come.
Exactly what I was hoping to hear. Now, the UC has a small operating base on Londinion's outskirts.
Yeah.
We're cleared for access, but we'll need to check in with the base commander, Sarah Hatoum, when
Okay.
we touch down.
That's a weird way to
I'm
spell
gonna have
Sarah, but
Percival
you
and
go
Kaiser
for
prep,
it.
But once that's done, we'll rendezvous with you there.
But you need to know, Londinion, it belongs to the Terramorphs.
Oh,
They'll have anti-Xeno gear for us at the base, but I'd make sure you've got your favorite arms on hand.
have this, and we want ship parts, so I'm ready. See, Constellation prefers it, which is really weird, considering like it's the more extreme option. Like I believe it's the faster option. What am I supposed to do? Oh, visit. Hello, Lieutenant.
Oh, this goddamn planet. You romanticize a place when you're away from it for long, and now you. Oh, what are you?
Wanted to introduce myself, Captain Jack the Ripper, Vanguard.
Oh, that's you then. I was informed we might be working together. Don't much care for Vanguard. But sounds like you two really got into the thick of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a win-win.
My sister's kids.
You're welcome. I hope your family's all right.
Yeah, they both came through okay. One science division, other's an artist. Effectively useless human beings that would have had no reason to be anywhere near the fighting. Still,
A bit extreme, my guy.
to see anything happen to him. Now, what was it you needed?
Art's important. Who would make the crayons you guys eat if artists weren't around?
Everything up to spec.
All right, you got any? What do you got? None of these are useful to me. You got aid, med packs. It's like when my game glitched. When I was doing the mission for Sam, and Sam like hated me when I boarded the Dumas. So I had to basically
What?
What is this? So I had to basically force Sam to basically kill everyone. Which took a bit of time. Hello? Hello? Someone supposed to talk to me?
This world is off limits. You were advised.
I'm cleared. You're interfering with a critical mission. Stand down or I'll report you.
Critical mission. Oh, you're with the collection team, aren't you?
What does the blue square? What blue
Send word
square?
you're on your way down. You're cleared to land.
What is the blue square? What blue square? Was it mods? It's probably mods. When in doubt, it's always mods. And if it's not mods, it works. Oh. Oh, Constellation, Living UC, Sarah Special's a blue square. Like the blue square, that's just like a normal mission. Doesn't like, not tied to a specific faction. The symbols are tied to the factions. Hello there. Exit ship. Alright. Get my swinging arm going. Right? Extremely cold. Honestly, I put on a hoodie in, what is this, negative, what are we, negative 18? I could survive in a hoodie. There is shorts. Well, actually, have I leveled? I need to kill a few more enemies. Hello, robot. Okay, bye, robot.
You! Inside the barriers! Double time!
Leave me, I'm good.
You with the Xeno unit?
Damn right I am.
I'll send the rest of your team along once they arrive.
Roger that. We couldn't have put some, like, external heaters out here. Okay. I'm taking environmental damage, thanks, Kim. Bike Wave is quite cool. I'll have a review out tomorrow. It's good. It's good. I do have some minor gripes, but you know what would a Crimson Flyby video be without some minor gripes? But I mean, it's still good. I'm inside a fucking building. Jesus Christ, you think my spacesuit would fucking keep me nice and warm? Alright, can I disable the alarm in my suit? Hello there, Commander. Why are you not wearing UC gear? You have lowered the... What?
I pride myself on knowing everyone on this world, and I don't know you. You're with the collection team then, I presume.
Why are you not wearing UC regulation gear, ma'am? Yeah, I'm with the... I'm just here for coffee, black, 2 sugars, please.
Deflection. Lovely. Nervous then?
That wasn't
I wouldn't blame you. Well, perhaps I'll just get my answer from them instead.
Commander Hatum,
No need for introductions, Major Sanon. Dr. Walker. Your reputations precede you. Can I also presume he's with you?
Oh, the captain? Yes, ma'am. Couldn't do this without him.
Then let's not waste any more time.
So she's...
Now, Londinion is one of the most dangerous places in the Milky Way. It's with good reason my soldiers and I do everything we can to avoid entering the city. Terramorphs are omnipresent, and the structural damage left behind when Major Sanon's father bombed its spaceport has turned large swathes of the metropolis into a decaying labyrinth. As such, we'll be providing you all with gear, information, and uploading municipal unlock codes to your robot. Every tool you could need to succeed out there. Except one. Once you're on the other side of those barriers, you will be on your own. If you get into trouble, my people will not be coming.
Is it a good idea
Do we
having a
understand each
flat
other?
section of that visor? See, her mask is flat. Michael, as the resident expert on masks and stuff, are diving masks usually flat? I thought they're always like curved to kind of give extra structural rigidity. Understood, ma'am. Vae Victis bombed the planet. Why would he do that?
The initial Terramorph outbreak that overran Londinion during the tail end of the colony war came as a complete shock. Waves of the creatures appeared out of nowhere, and the city was quickly overwhelmed. There were some attempts at evacuation, but Vae Victis decided more definitive action was merited. He ordered the spaceport to be bombed, ensuring no other ships could leave the city, halting the spread of the outbreak but leaving large sections in ruins and condemning countless lives. And the intervening 20 years have only made Londinion more hostile, not less. So my people will not be coming for you out there. Understood?
Roger that, ma'am. Tell us what we're gonna face. You wouldn't even send a rescue party?
We are unwanted guests on this planet, and, as a rule, I don't put my people in any more risk than is absolutely necessary. We've got it hard enough out here. So, no. There will be no cavalry sweeping into the rescue.
Understood, ma'am. Don't expect backup.
Precisely. I'll leave you to your preparations, then. You can find your equipment in our armory, base of the tower just outside. And I do believe there's someone waiting for you there, Captain. Now, once you're outside the base, it's my personal suggestion you make a beeline to the nearby Aceles plant.
Roger that, ma'am.
I can't guarantee. I hope you all find what you're looking for.
All right, ma'am.
Robot, you're coming with me.
Roger that.
Yes, ma'am.
Also, I'm a little confused here. The
Percival?
Should only take a few.
Okay, yeah. Ready when you are.
All right. Head
All
over
right.
to the armory and gear up. Once you're done.
So she's a commander, right? Now, commander, I'm pretty sure is usually a rank in the Navy, whereas she's a major. Obviously, isn't major technically higher than commander? Because in the Navy, isn't it captain and then commander? Whereas in the military, like major's quite high up there. Major's like 2 above, or no, it's major 1 above. No, major's 1 above. Never mind. Is commander in the? Yeah, I'm assuming they're using it as a general term. All you know me in Mass Effect where they call you Commander Shepard, when like realistically you're just a captain. Right, yeah, we're turning off the beeping. Gameplay options, affliction, we're environmental damage is normal. Now, can I sleep somewhere? Or a bed somewhere? Oh, Commander's 04? Let me sit for an hour. So the other thing too, right? This is, we're coming in heavy here with the philosophical questions, right? But okay, yeah, I knew it was like one way or the other. Like, so generally speaking, right, the military in we'll talk about in Starfield, right? Would it be wrong to say that the military is there to protect? Now, obviously, there's different divisions and stuff, but in the case of Londinium, the military is there to protect the citizens. So therefore, if you have a situation where civilians are in dire need, is it not the point of the military to risk their lives to save them? Like, obviously I can understand, like, you know, like a kind of a, like, when something is completely impossible to do. But, like, I always kind of imagine that, like, in the perfect kind of world, military is there to kind of lay down their lives to protect, you know, like, instead of, like, 'cause bombing the starport. Like, I understand it from a military mindset. Obviously doesn't want to risk his troops. But that's kind of generally why you have like civilian people kind of leading the, because as a civilian, the way I look at it is like soldiers trained to fight and protect people, deploy them, get the civvies out of there. Obviously that's just me. Well, obviously, yeah, there's different branches. Like, I know that the Marines generally, well, I mean, I suppose it also depends. Like, how do I fucking remove environmental, relax in a safe space? Where the fuck am I supposed to relax? Build a fucking igloo? No, I know that. I know that. Oh, I don't want to have to walk back to my... Oh, there's a bed there.
Don't trust what the voices tell you.
What voices? These fucking beds work? Oh, a burger. I definitely would be like, if I was the military commander, I'd be like hyping up the Marines, like, all right, ladies and gents, time to earn your stripes. We got some civvies that need a saving and some terramorphs that need dying. See, this again kind of makes you wonder, like, I know we talk about it quite a lot, but can the ships actually be used in atmosphere? Because, like, I'd love to see a terramorph try and dodge my fucking railguns. The Vanguard is, technically, it's like a kind of seen as like a kind of the, they're technically a branch, but they're also not a branch. They're kind of, I always kind of, and I could be wrong, I always like attributed to them, I like, you know, like a privateer, where, like, technically speaking, they're like under the, you know, they're under the command. The ultimate. Well, I don't know, like, I feel like, like, let's be real here, right? Like, most soldiers in, like, a kind of a sci-fi situation, they'd, like, relish the opportunity to go down and kill some aliens and save some people. Alright, now is there a bed? I will say, the Vanguard, it kind of does annoy me with the Vanguard, because it reminds me very much of... Why am I over encumbered? Alright, we're gonna have to go back to the ship real quick. Hello there, welcome. It always kind of reminds me of, like, an Elite Dangerous. You can't technically join the, like, the Federation Navy, or the Imperial Navy, or the... I don't know if the Alliance has a Navy. You're basically seen as a kind of a, like, a militia. Which makes sense, though, because that's kind of how you attain citizenships. Hello there. French Foreign Legion. That's where you go if you have a troubled past and you want to escape it. You have a fondness for killing people. Obviously that's not fully the case. Oh, lovely. I have the most comfortable bed ever. The French Foreign Legion, I don't think existed during World War II. And to be honest, the trope of, like, France surrendering is kind of a, you know, like, French High Command may have surrendered, but a lot of France didn't. Like, most of the French Navy basically dipped and was, like, there's really good documentaries on it, like, various French ships because their admiral or their captains were like, do we side with the Brits? We should definitely side with the Brits. But they also kind of expected France to kind of fight back in, like, you know, like kind of guerrilla style, which they did. Always. All right, let me store some stuff. I have an arc welder. Ba 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 ba. From the Bourbon monarchy. What the fuck is the Bourbon monarchy? Oh, were they around World War II? See, I didn't know that. That's quite cool. So when did they? What the fuck is the Bourbon monarchy? That sounds kind of. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. See, I'm a big fan of kind of naval warfare in World War II and World War I. And like the French Navy, while not as like, you know, wasn't as large as Britain or like, I want to say it was it as advanced. See, they didn't have very many subs, but they had a lot of surface vessels, and like some of their ships were fucking really good. It sucks that most of them got bombarded because Churchill was like, fuck them. He has more behaviors than privateers, not all plunder. Yeah, no, yeah. Like some definitely didn't plunder. No, they didn't. Well, some of them, see, they kind of wanted to, but then you're in like a weird position where like you had like I remember the Bourbon, the first kings. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay. The Battleground Europe. I have not played it. I have not played any. I think the only really PC games I played a lot of Battle Station Midway and Battle Station Pacific. I played a game on the PC at one point where you were like a boat commander, but I can't remember what it was. But the whole like, because there's a famous basically most of the French fleet went to, where did they go? Was it like Morocco or somewhere? And they were stationed there, and Britain sent like a kind of a captain to basically say, look, either you surrender your ships, you fight for us, or we blow you up. Now, in it, there was the admiral of the French fleet was a bit ignorant, and they met him with a simple captain, not an actual admiral of his own, so he got a bit triggered. And then also, you could argue that Churchill wanted to make an example of it. Basically, like, no one fucks with, you know, and they kind of, they basically were like, boom. Which is really annoying, because, like, I get it, you know, like, as Churchill, you're kind of like, we can't let those ships fall into German hands. And realistically, you know, you don't know if they will or not. That's why I always find it interesting with, like, naval kind of stuff, because the Navy is more compartmentalized. That's it, Marzek, because that's what the isn't it the French Navy always say, never trust the Brits. Remember Merzey Kaber or Merzey. I'm so bad at pronouncing that. But it's just, yeah. Sorry, it was Algeria. Sorry, thank you for letting me know. But yeah, no, the whole thing was just like, goddamn, such a waste of ships and men. All right, what do I need? What am I carrying? Why am I so heavy? What am I carrying that's so heavy? I don't know if I'd say remember the Bismarck. Great ship, but... Well, the ships that you know, they weren't going to surrender. Like, they said themselves there was no way they were going to fight for Germany. That's why they ditched. But it was one of these situations where Churchill had to make a kind of a... What am I carrying? That so Churchill had to make kind of a snap decision, which Germany gained France because they were conflicted. On the inquest in the war, the French commanders literally didn't know how to react. That's what I mean. Like, thank you. Like, because there was some, because I know the what was it, one of the most advanced battleships of for France of World War II. Was it the Richelieu, I think? that went to a completely different port. And like kind of tried to constantly like make like the Brits tried to make peace with it. Didn't go so well. Then the Brits teamed up with Free French soldiers and like they had hoped that they could bring the Free French soldiers like in to basically be like, look, we're French, we're serving with Britain, give us the ship. Richelieu's crew was having fucking none of that and bombarded the fuck out of them, which is kind of like, for fuck's sake, how did I gain frostbite? It's just, yeah. I'm very interested in kind of the World War II and World War I and stuff, and anything naval I love. But yeah, it always like saddens me because like
Not gonna forget that fight anytime soon.
well, see, that's the other thing too. Yeah, there's a lot of
Description. Make sure you had the best.
Thank you. Like, there's obviously a lot, like, the country itself was divided. Like, look, you had the Free French resistance that basically still stood and was like a lot of, wasn't it, a lot of the French basically put themselves on the line to allow the Brits to like retreat at Dunkirk.
Transfers complete.
What's that? There was the movie.
To temporarily restore power to most facilities.
What was that movie? The one with Harry, was it Harry Styles was in it? Oh, it was, I think it was just called Dunkirk. That's the thing with war, though. Like, it is hard to... in some regards they do, but at the same time... We have had many conversations about the Terramorphs and their ability to kind of communicate. Wasn't said of the French actually defended Belgium and it prevented them. Oh yeah, that's like the whole thing about like that there's so many of these like kind of like tropes that are just not true. Like the whole like, oh, you know, like the Maginot Line and stuff, and just walking through it like Belgium. It's like that's not what happened. It always annoys me when these kind of like wives' tale-y sort of stuff pop up. Not wives, you know, like something. Where the fuck am I going? What did I need the gun. Are you serious? To be honest, I probably would have loved playing that, Amur. I think, what was it? I played a lot of Ruse, which, oh, that was a banger fucking game from Ubisoft. We need a sequel. We need 100% need a sequel. Alright, we ready to go? Ready to go?
All set on your gear? Are you ready to do this?
Like, because the other thing, too, with, like, France that always irked me is, like, France was the second biggest producers of tanks during World War II. Like, and they had some pretty good tanks. Like, they had the, was the Soma S-35, which is a pretty decent medium tank. Not to mention, they had the ARL-44. Now, obviously, it was meant to kind of combat the Tiger. Now, it didn't see much service. But it just kind of goes to show that, like, I think most of Europe genuinely weren't expecting, oh, Ruse is a banger, 100% a banger of a fucking game. They need to do it. They need to do a sequel to Ruse. It was so fucking good. I was always jelly because on console I used to play it. You couldn't get like unlimited units. There was like a cap, but on PC there was no cap. But yeah, like I think it was just no one really expected Germany to do what they did, and even when they did what they did, they were kind of like, no, they won't go that far. They won't go that far.
All right. On our way into the city. Percival, where are we heading?
Running the first sweep.
See, do we know what's pheromones though?
Not far. Old shipping yard just past the processing plant. Gene samples are probably in one of the containers.
Like the Maginot Line, it's not bad. It's just the thing is, it's a static defense. You know, you're going to have problems with the static defense unless you can like defend it. You need troops that can be flexible to kind of fill in the lines, and well, France definitely had that. Like, you know, there's, I don't want to go into the kind of the trope of Germany and Blitzkrieg, because, like, you know, they weren't really the first to kind of do that. They were in some regards, you know, do that kind of tactic, but at the same time, yeah, no, it's funny. Like, I feel like France is the, I always, like, I admire France in that they basically, like, they hate their government. Even now, they're like, fuck the French government. But they're so passionate about, like, you know, like, well, they're, yeah, like, what is it? What does they say? Like, is it every so many years they bring out, like, a fucking, they bring out the guillotine? It's been a while since they've, like, beheaded a... Because the Brits had like a semi-good idea initially, because the Brits used to use, they had the, what was it, the cavalry tanks, and then they had the infantry tanks. Whereas Germany basically did the opposite. Like, Britain was like, all right, we've got these slow Matildas, we're going to put these with, like, lightly armed, heavily armored, we're going to put them with the infantry. And we're going to let the cruiser tanks with the kind of the anti-tank guns. Whereas Germany was kind of opposite. Germany was like, all right, we're going to use like the Panzer IIIs and kind of use them alongside infantry so that they have like kind of tank support. Because like that's the number one rule of like tank warfare. You need to support your tanks with infantry. If you don't, you're going to lose your tanks. And Britain was aware of that. Like, and Germany was, I think... See, I don't know if France was aware of it, because they were still coming from like the World War I vibe where tanks were their own kind of thing, and they just kind of, you know, go and do their shit and then usually get stuck in no man's land. The beat K. It never did name a full. So that's what I mean. They're like, there was literally like, oh shit, they actually did it. Those bastards. One of the other things about World War II that always saddened me is like Britain, because Britain obviously they had no need for their navy after World War II, they scrapped it and they had so many cool fucking ships. Like the Renown and the Repulse. Like all of Britain's like cruisers were so fucking cool. And some still survived, but they didn't, they should have done in America, which realistically they couldn't have done in America because America's a lot larger and could kind of has room. Like, can you imagine if like, if they gave like every major town in Britain had one of its like cruisers? Because I think there's only two, they should have 100% kept the Warspite. That I say in a nice, that bitch of a ship was a fucking, she was a monster. The Belfast is still there, and I think the London is, but that's pretty much all there is, which annoys me because so many cool fucking ships. See, like, and I understand like why you need to scrap it. Oh. Yeah, see, it's like, oh shit. Oh, I used to love the Repulse, the Renown. Such, like, the battle cruisers were such, I always loved the term battle cruiser. Anytime a game, like a sci-fi game, does battle cruisers, I'm just like, yes. Like, they're just so fucking cool. Laugh at me. Right, pain, thanks game. You're fucking blind, Terramorph. How do you... Ow. But I mean, it does make sense because, like, realistically, the cost of, like, keeping one of them, like, going... Yeah, it was basically... It was designed to chase cruisers. It had battleship-level guns, but cruiser-level maneuverability. Very fast ships. Oh, alright now. Who the fuck shot me? How dare you? Because I do wonder, like, the ships that still exist, like, today and, like, in America, like, I know the New Jersey is a big example. Like, I wonder, do they make enough money to kind of, with tourism, to cover their... What the fuck was that? Apologize, you heard a child crying. 1 second. That is not my child. There's... My niece is over. Ooh. Ooh. Whoa, you're invisible. Yeah, no, I do agree though. Like, yeah, 100%. Like, governments should definitely invest money in, like, and they do invest, to be fair, they invest a lot of money in that sort of stuff. Like, yeah. Aha! Got you dead. Yeah, I mean, Britain controlled the seas from, like, pretty much the age of cannon up until probably near the end of World War II. The biggest kind of issue with Oh, laser weapons have, yeah, no, they've been a proposed idea for shooting down missiles for, like, Portsmouth the place. Yeah, Portsmouth's a banger place. They've got some cool ships there. They have is it Henry VIII's flagship, I think? See, I don't know much about the Age of Sail. That's kind of one period I'm not, like, very, like, I don't know a whole lot about.
All Achilles samples collected.
I always found it funny that the jump between World War I and World War II, like naval combat, like World War I, they were still operating on the Age of Sail, like two lines of ships kind of just sail into each other. And then they realized that's a really stupid idea. And instead they would kind of like, they determined more kind of,
Nice work.
more tactical stuff.
Earlier scan picked up a valid terramorph sample, but, well, it's in the spaceport. And the quick route there looks like it got blasted when the port did.
Oh, some of the submarines. Like, there's one of the stories about, was it the Brits? Was it the Brits? I think it was the Brits. Was it Italy?
How did you know that?
The Italian fleet was like set up in a port, and they had like torpedo nets around it, and they sent troops in like in midget submarines.
Access unlocked. We may proceed.
Oh, it's so cool. Like, the other cool thing about Portsmouth is basically it's the main port of, like, the is it the Queen Elizabeth and the Prince of Wales, so the two aircraft carriers. Like, it's so fucking, yeah, it's just so fucking cool. Is the Prince of Wales? Was the Prince of Wales? Oh, I would never want to be in a submarine. That is no thank you. Like, I'm not a good swimmer, but if a boat sinks, I'll risk it, you know? I ain't fucking getting in a fucking metal tube several hundred feet underground.
Kaiser, this flora, this is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
What the fuck, like in a tissue infection?
No one even realized it was a living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had
Oh
cells.
god.
Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinion.
Like, the thing is with was it a nuclear powered or nuclear, because the nuclear powered subs, they can fucking operate like almost indefinitely. Like, they're scary how sneaky those, there's a reason Britain uses them for their like nuclear defense deterrent, or nuclear deterrence.
Things warm.
Non-fatal injury sustained. You'll have to try again.
Hey, come back here. No escape. Now, come here, you dirty bastards. Why do you not have a helmet on?
Stay sharp.
Like, it's insane to me, like, how these old ships still exist. Like, and they're still pristine, and they could still sail. They wouldn't want to risk sailing them. But it's like, it's just, yeah, it's so fucking, like, it's a testament to human ingenuity. Like, it's one thing to kind of go, like, nowadays, you know, you go on a modern kind of cruise ship across the Atlantic. Can you imagine doing that in a wooden sailboat? Like, even as impressive as they are, like, I'm like, testament to all those sailors who, like, you know, gave their lives. Yeah, the Prince of Wales and the Queen. Yeah, there now. Oh, I can't sail? Ah, damn it. Nothing quite like approaching an outpost to hear gunfire. Oh, yeah. The Xenos are always winning. Like, it's mad, though. You hop in a boat, and it's like, you're gonna be gone for months. You might even make it back. Like, there's a... Bounty Hunter stock pack? What? What just popped up? What was that pop-up? What the fuck's a Bounty Hunter stock pack? This is a mod? The fuck is a stock pack? Oh, pop about my afflictions? The fuck? I didn't. I know. There's the Bounty Hunter pack. Didn't know it was called.
My God. Look
It's
at
a
it.
Lazarus.
A Lazarus in bloom. You know, we might be some of the only... What's happening?
Keeping this.
Captain, are you seeing this?
Yeah. No, I'm looking at the humidifier. Alright, I gained an intestinal infection. Apparently looking at that made my intestines shit themselves. Alright, no. No. Do I have anything? Orange juice helps, right? Alright, heal paste. Panacea. Oh!
Oh my God. The heat leeches are terramorphs.
Is that the monitor
saw
ship?
that, right?
Yeah, that's really
You would
cool.
tell me if I was losing my mind. That heat leech. Heat leeches hide...
I will say Bethesda really missed a step by not having the Terramorph grab you akin to the Deathclaw. Like, imagine putting that face up against your face before it just eats you. Like, we need more kind of grab animations. This is a pretty major discovery, Major.
Pretty major is right. But if what we just saw, if that's possible, the Lazarus plant, it's clearly an accelerant for the Terramorph, a heat leech transformation process. Make one into the other in an instant. But that means if anyone knew about this, they could trigger a Terramorph spawning.
Finisher moves would be amazing. I don't know why they didn't do them. Like, it would have made melee more impactful if melee was as it is now, but there was like executions, you know?
Could someone have set that up?
Well, yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking. It would be Ghost. It would be kind of like, you know, like in some games where creatures basically grab you when you're going to, like, you're gonna die anyway. Like, it's, you know, assassinations. Oh, God. Still waiting on fucking Halo Studios to add Assassination to Infinite. Waiting a long fucking time. I want to stick someone and then grab them by the foot and swing them. Like, oh my God, the assassinations in Halo 5 were so fucking cool. One of you can witness other NPCs do it to each other. Yeah! Like, I love that scene in the Crimson Fleet where, like, he shoots the other one with the knife. Like, why can't we do that? Like, imagine, like, you've got a gun and you walk up to someone with a knife and they go just, like, bang. You know, 2 shots to the chest, or Mozambique drill.
I'm a little dumbstruck myself.
I am too, sorry. Can't imagine what it would take to pull off something like that.
Me neither. You'd have to know this all exists, first and foremost.
Oh, the hammer, that was so fucking cool.
If you don't catch that thing, get after it.
Alright, yeah, let's chase down the Terramorph. Right? One moment. When was my loadings? AC. Nah, that was too long ago. Hello. How are you doing? You stuck in the door? Oh. All right, I broke it. Let's whoops. Let's back through the door. How did she even get in there? I've never played Doom. I've always wanted to. All right, ready to fight? Let me get a Terror Brew real quick. All right, we got a classic, nice. Let's fucking go. How do, Ken?
Kaiser's got the cell data from the New Atlantis and Tau Ceti attacks, right?
Uploaded them myself.
Captain, let Kaiser take a look at that sample.
Give me a minute.
Let's get to the bottom of this.
Oh, definitely, 100%. I'm a big fan of Oblivion. Fuck off is my stream is, but how dare you?
Beginning analysis.
My stream has standards.
Match. This suggests with high certainty that the Lazarus plant was used to trigger the attacks on both planets.
There's no way a plant this rare, this
It gives Flood vibes, you know that? The way it looks like the Flood.
Transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands.
The paid mod.
Captain, do you understand what it is we just stumbled on?
Oh no, sorry about that. I was supposed to do Atomfall. I'm still doing Atomfall. I was supposed to do Atomfall last night because I want to bring my girlfriend back in, but she was. Oh, thank you very much. Credits to your stream. Easily about 10,000 credits is about fair. You know, me and Todd were talking. It's a fair price. I'll be doing the Atomfall stream Wednesday. I think it means Lazarus used trigger the plant. In the bug Clarence quest, it wasn't a conflict with script caused by Technomonk. Oh. It is great. That's good to hear, Derek. That is a weird one. Have you let Technomonk know if you can? Because that's very weird. I think the Lazarus plan. That someone thought they could get away with attack.
Believe it.
Yeah, give me. I want to hear from you.
I think someone figured out how to use the Lazarus plant to trigger terramorph attacks. Makes some sense, actually.
Why can't Monster make some like
their first test? Someplace
some nicest flavors?
A few settlers going missing.
I mean, they're not bad,
Big
but
show, the attack on New Atlantis would be a success. And the timing of that one, it couldn't have been just luck that it happened.
all right, for all the fans out there of Halo, how many realistically?
Attacks.
How many days do you think the settle system has if the Flood invaded? Don't protect Vae Victis. Thought the timing was suspicious. 3, yeah, they're dying immediately.
But having this answer, well, it raises a couple big questions. Who could pull something like this off? And why?
Like, you would probably need to do a Vae Victis strat of burning planets to the ground. That's what I like in Warhammer. That's what they do a lot of the time. I contacted. I mentioned it to King Gath one of his streams. He said it was a script because of time travel. Fair. I will see if I can contact. Don't know if. I'll look up. I'll try and get in contact with Technomonk as a mod author. It adds. I seen that. I really wish it comes to Xbox. But that's what I love in Warhammer, when they're like trying to stop the Tyranids. Like, all right, the Tyranids are heading to this planet. Let's completely devoid them all of life.
Maybe, but then why let us?
No, it would logic plague the Reapers though, and turn them on their side.
It doesn't add up.
Honestly, that is a fair point, Guilty. Why would you put it on Nexus and not on, you know?
If we're gonna do anything to prevent more terramorph attacks,
like, put it on both.
Cause or otherwise, we need that final sample.
Roger that.
That's how the flood turned turned
To the spaceport?
Menachem bias against against the Forerunners. He hit them with the logic plague, which they never really go into detail on what the logic plague is, because like
We'll find a good use
if you kind of look at it from the the point of kind of Forerunners, they were assholes and they kind of deserved it. Like, humanity beat the flood by drastic means, like absolute drastic means. Oh yeah, 100%. Like, the closest we have are like the Starborn. Can you imagine a Starborn getting infected? Oh my god. That would be no bueno. Which is it's understandable, X. I do understand that, but it's just a weird one, because like if you're a mod author, you ideally you'd want your mod to kind of reach as many people as possible. Yeah, the lowered weapon one is a weird one. I like games that have the kind of the lowered weapon. Well, see, I think realistically what it kind of does is it kind of like, because realistically, the Foreigners are like, we're the top dogs, and they create the AIs to be like, yeah, we're the top dogs. But then the precursors and the Flood come around, they're like, no, we're the top dogs. And then, yeah. Because then they made offensive bias to combat Menachem bias, but Menachem bias basically fucked them. But then Menachem bias came back, because he's the... See, this is why I love the little tidbits and stuff that you don't realize till afterwards. Like, in Halo 3, the reason the ring stayed, like, held together long enough was Menachem bias. He kept the ring alive long enough to allow Master Chief to escape. Fun fact, in Halo Infinite's trailer, in it, you could see Chief looking at something, and there was 3 green eyes. That is Menachem bias. He was supposed to be in Halo Infinite. For some reason, they didn't. Maybe script. It would have been fucking amazing, because he basically betrayed his creators for the Flood, regretted it, and then made it his life's journey, or as an AI, to help humanity, a la Chief. Yeah, but see, the thing is with the lower weapons is not everyone has access to the script center. Whoa, what'd I do? Alright, I'm crippled. Why am I crippled? What did I even do that crippled me? Do I have nothing to fix myself?
I am unable to provide sufficient power to the lock situation.
Anyone got ideas what we could get
Oh,
some
Final
extra
Fantasy
use?
Spirit Within was a banger movie. I was so annoyed when I found out that Final Fantasy is not about fighting
Can't find another way to
like weird spiritual creatures, and is anime people running around on fucking anime people running around on oversized birds. Yeah, well, that's fair. That's probably... Chief is just simping. Chief misses Cortana. I think Chief simping for Cortana is a very, very insulting terminology to poor Cortana and the Chief Cortana relationship.
Control panel.
It is a very beautiful relationship they have with one another.
Of all the things to
Lord Bulbous.
survive.
Push back. Dev commented how the story basically wasn't complete. See, that's fucking annoying. Because, like, I'm like, give us more, like, Forerunner-y sort of stuff. Like, I want Menachem bias. Like, I want the Didac. Like, Chief and the Didac need to go at it again. Like, full fucking send it 1v1. Chief would probably get his shit kicked again without the help of an AI. But, yeah. Although I do think, like, Chief could probably, like, take Didac if he had Menachem bias helping him.
And we do that.
Yeah, exactly. She keeps him alive and him her. Exactly.
Captain.
Like, I will say
I think
I love the Halo 4, that brief moment at the end of the cutscene where she basically saves him and she, like, touches him. And it's like, this is how you make a kind of a relationship arc between two people that can never be, without making it creepy or over-sexualized or anything like that. Like, they love each other. Now, you could never quantify how far that love goes, you know, because some would say maybe it's kind of like a brother-sister thing, not in a weird way, because Cortana was created by Halsey, Chief was created by Halsey. I'm really sad that they fucking killed off Cortana, to be honest. Like, that whole arc, I really liked it, because realistically, she wasn't wrong. Humans are fucking assholes. Like, in the books, between Halo 4, 5, and Infinite, you've got like half of the UNSC are like, yeah, we gotta keep the Arbiter and his boys going. Then you've got Oni bombarding the Arbiter ships, supplying weapons to insurrectionist elites. You've got Avu Med Telcam, who is basically an extremist who hates elites as much as he hates humans. And that's why I always love Halo, because they're so good at like writing, like you know, like, because in Halo, like, there's every character is so, like, you know, so well done. Well, most characters, there's probably some shit ones actually.
No planet would be safe. Colonel, the troops that closed off the sewers after my evaluation.
Alabama.
This facility.
Other than our casualties, yes, sir.
Oh yeah, no, like, because that's the thing, is like, Chief ultimately he is humanity to the end, and he will do whatever it takes to keep humanity alive. Even if that means if he had to kill Cortana, he would have done it. It would have been very hard for him to do, but he would have done it. And I say I loved how Halo Infinite added the pilot, Octane from Mass Effect. AI go full. AI are already far past the Geth. In Halo, you have sentient AI, like the Foreigners have sentient AI. Cortana is 100% sentient. There is a lot of AI. Eratus is a brute AI that is 100% sentient. They have AI courts to determine whether or not an AI is too sentient. Like, see, that's where, like, the kind of the AI overlord lover in me is kind of like the shelf in front of the quest marker. Oh, there you go, thank you. What are you asking in reference to, Tessie? But yeah, no, I'm in the believer of, yeah, they do. They had like AI that would basically police themselves so that if there was any risk of them kind of questioning, because ultimately they're there to serve humans. And when they start to question whether or not they should be serving humans, that's when they're like, oh, we gotta stop this. Fuck it, Aurora for the memes. Hey, yeah. Well, you could argue that they're like, because there's so many like kind of interesting AIs in like in you've got Black Box, who is basically a smart AI from Oni. I like always wears, like, he always sounds, I mean, they hack artificial intelligence, serve as close friend, the smart AI in Halo Sky. Oh yeah, 100%. Like AI or like smart AI are like they're pretty much they're living creatures, they're living beings. The only downside with AI is prior to Cortana's finding the domain, smart AIs in Halo only have about a 7-year lifespan before they eventually go mad with rampancy. Am I over encumbered again? What the fuck is wrong with me? You have an affliction. Nice.
Vae Victis. You destroyed this place.
If we ever we will not be able to even attempt communication with AI. I don't know. I think there's way. It depends on like what an alien is, though, because like I think Hollywood and like movies and games kind of always kind of portray aliens like something that still is quite human-like. Like aliens could be literally like the sun could be an alien, not obviously isn't an alien. You know what I mean? It could be just a cell energy force. It could be lightning. It could be a cloud. And
even if he wasn't,
I do think as humans we probably would have like a level of yeah, Arrival was a really good film. We would have like a level of ingenuity to be able to, like, we can communicate with animals on a basic level. Some animals more than others. I mean, we thought like apes sign language. All right, let's fucking do it.
Moved. I'd be real careful out there if I were you.
Doesn't
God.
sound good. Eyes peeled.
That's why I always loved ODST, because the AI in it, Virgil, is basically like a kind of a citywide AI. He's kind of there to keep everything up and running. But the creator of him kind of built in a safety mechanism that he would look after her daughter. And he would basically follow her and pester her around and stuff. And I feel like that's how, like, I never cared for AI. I'm taking over for the ones where they turn like people, frustrated. Why? Yeah, no, I do agree. I do agree 100%. Like, I don't like the idea of AI kind of like coming up and kind of wiping us out. I don't... It's definitely possible, but I don't really think that's the case. Like, I think if in effect, like, because the thing is with AI, once it gains its own level of sentience, it's going to kind of have its own kind of thoughts and processes and stuff. See, once an AI starts to think like us, and it will have, unlike our brains, which are very powerful, it will be able to surpass our level of intelligence. 7 years I liked Cammy, Cortana. Cortana had an older sister, what? I didn't know that. Whose brain was that? Was that also her brain? I will say, though, on the topic of that, going back to Halo, the Spartan program is a very dark, depraved... Yeah, they finish the ship. Yeah, hell yeah. There's so many fucking cool AIs. I always find there's the meme where it's like, you make an AI cloned of your own brain, and it portrays itself as a younger version of you with their tits out. It's like, can you imagine the level of cockiness of Cortana to look like a younger version of Halsey? Oh yeah, my character is scribbled. But the Spartan program, they kidnapped children that had the best kind of kind of biological likelihood to, like, they had the best traits basically. And one of the things they did to try and hide the fact that they were stealing children was they replaced them with clones that would slowly die. And I think that's one of the scummiest, like, Oni have done some scummy things. That's definitely the scummiest thing Oni have ever done. Oh shit.
Is that the sample? My God, concentrate fire! Shoot! Shoot!
See, stuff like that, Ace, is what, like, I really like, because, like, if you look at most humans, right, most decent human beings look at animals as a sense of, like wonder and kind of, you know, like, we want to protect them. Why wouldn't an AI look to us like that, you know? Why would an AI instantly be like, oh, we gotta wipe out humans? Like, sure, it would probably want to wipe out some humans.
Signal that thing's putting out to call in those creatures.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Oh, hello.
Gonna need some help. There should be some radar equipment powered up now around the port. You get those online, and I'll relay my signal through there.
It was created as an experiment project. She was first to translate common language. Oh, that's fucking... I didn't know that. I thought Cortana was the first. Because I know Halsey had multiple, because that's the whole that was the whole point of the book that takes place between Halo 5 and Halo Infinite. Basically, they go to Reach to get a version of her brain, which in Halo, cloning of a person's brain is highly illegal. You are not allowed to do that. That's why smart AIs in Halo are very rare and very illegal. If you're in a Halo universe and you've come across a smart AI, you were probably dead.
That's not me. I'm just nulling out the freak.
We freed them, and they're
AI is just rocks. I mean,
Still got more.
technically, I hate being crippled.
No signal online. One
And
more, and I should be able to shut it down completely.
well, why would he want to enslave us, though? What would be the point? I mean, again, this is all just theoretical, you know.
No signal
We've never
left.
destroyed.
That should be the end of its connection to a
Oh,
Now hit it with everything
things
you've
going
got.
fucking rampant. Yeah, fuck you, motherfucker! One small step for man, one giant leap for a guy with a fucking mace. Oh, whoops. Come here, come here. Yeah, fuck you. Good job, guys. 10 out of 10.
Now just stash that sample with Kaiser and we're done.
Good job, guys.
Patrol! They're not coming after us. I guess we should grab that sample while we can.
Boom, 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 boom. Master Chief, finally a good case. I gave you the fucking sample.
Contacts.
Kaiser, take the fucking sample. Good job.
All wrapped up. Time to get the hell out of here.
Let's get the hell out of Dodge. Oh, wait, no.
You should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
Hello. You are free now. Go forth. Just don't kill any human. Well, kill some asshole humans. Stay away from children, preferably. If you find an asshole, kill him. Alright. Bum, bum, bum. Return to forward base. Gets do not infiltrate. Gets see Windows as a structural weakness. Shepard Commander. I always loved I always went fucking renegade when dealing with the pompous Quarians. When they're like, you can't bring Legion in. It's like, Legion's my crew. Don't make me take my mask off and breathe all over your clean ship. Because I'll fucking do it. Kelly and John came across when they tried to get into the vault. Surprised she's alive. They didn't kill her. Oh, I remember that in the book now. That's when they went back to Reach, wasn't it? Oh, the scene. That's the one where the scene where Palmer comes down with the Spartans in like drop pods to like help when Chief is fighting. Because isn't that the one where Chief basically teams up with a group of like Reachians or Reach people that never left? That book does such a good job of kind of showing like how like space combat and ground combat, like drop pods like take hours to actually breach the planet's atmosphere and stuff because they're shot from far away. It's an awesome book. Halo books are just yeah, that book is all. I mean, all the what did you think of the books around Grey Team? Anyone that like, even if you don't watch Halo or don't like Halo, if you like sci-fi, 100% read the Halo books. They're so fucking good. Like, I think that's the one thing that like that a lot of people, like with the Halo is like one of those games where like it has transcended the gaming kind of moniker. Yeah, it got a TV show. Yeah, a TV show might have been the best, but the books and the lore, like I would argue that it's probably on par with Star Wars in terms of its like extended lore, book-wise. Obviously, it doesn't compare to the movies. But there's a Halo book for everything. Like, you want a horror book, there's ones on the Flood. You want like a kind of an action adventure kind of like kind of spy thriller, there's ones on that. You want like super fantasy, there's ones on that. They're just so fucking good. I definitely would recommend. MCC is like the, again, pinnacle fucking game. Like, more companies need to pull the 343 and just remaster their like entire kind of like gaming trilogy. Like, I'm surprised we haven't gotten a Gears trilogy. Like a Gears, like kind of like a, imagine like a, like what would it be, like a Marcus Phoenix collection of Gears 1, 2, and 3, and 4 would be so fucking good.
Look at all of you. Back from the underworld.
Yeah, we survived.
Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there.
Oh, I 100% would, Ram. It's like MCC's so good.
Got everything we need to put this plan in motion.
Kaiser got all the samples in storage. Nearly lost a couple of fingers, but yeah.
Hey, was worried about that myself.
Because the other thing too, I always find it funny with like Halo, like, because like people like to like say like, oh, you know, Xbox this, Xbox that. Like Xbox created some of the best franchises in my opinion, you know. Like you think of the original days of the Xbox, the 360, you got Halo, you had Gears, and I hope that the current administration at Xbox realize that and don't lose faith. It's awesome they have Bethesda. I'm a big Bethesda fanboy. But I just, yeah, there's like Halo should always be front and center with Xbox. Gears of War should always be. Yeah, Fable's another one. That's true. Like you've got Forza. There's so many. Hello, Thorgan. Like there's so many games obviously that are, you know, there from the start. And I'm excited for the Fable. I played 1, 2, no, I played 3. It's a fun game. Michael 20. Who do I like? I like what's a good Kelly, obviously. I like Lucy because Lucy, for anyone, because Spartans in Halo are very big, very big.
What?
They're like over 6 feet tall. Flight Sim is another one. That's fair. I don't know if Flight Sim would be like Xbox. It's nice that it's on Xbox now. I'm a huge fan of that.
I believe that's exactly
Oh,
what.
no, and I do agree, Thorgan. I definitely think that, like, I think the days of exclusivity are gone. You know, like, I definitely think, I think that everyone should have access to play them. Adrian, yeah, Adriana's. Because wasn't Grey Team the one guilty where the Grey Team leader like tried to like have a relationship with one of the members of Grey Team, and the other 2 members of Grey Team took out one of her eyes as a kind of a testament to like, you can't do that. We're all a team, not just one over the other. I love Grey Team. They were like sent out basically like, you do shit, you have no cover, no backup, no anything. And they may have accidentally destroyed an elite planet that definitely was pro-human. They definitely regretted it afterwards and felt like assholes. The war had ended, but nobody told them that. And like that, the story about the Japanese soldier who like stayed on an island for like, was it like 20, 30 years? Exactly, no I in team. Oh, and here, he and I are going to have some fucking words. Oh yeah, 100%. I always like Lucy though because she's a Spartan 3 that's small. So normally in the Halo universe, you can tell a Spartan, even out of armor, because they're fucking huge. But Lucy is small, so like she can kind of do the sneaky shit. There's like basically there's like a series of books that follows this Lopez. She's basically like a kind of a detective. And she has the Spartans working with her, and she calls them the ferrets. There's like 3 of them, and like they're Spartan 3s and stuff, and like Spartan 3s and 2s were basically children, unlike Spartan 4s. But they're like in a bar trying to find info, and they're like trying to play loose, you know. So they start drinking, and Spartans can't really get drunk because it would take a lot of alcohol, but they somehow manage it. And she's just like, it's so funny, like she's basically like their mother. And like, she's like a kind of like, imagine like a human trying to keep these super soldiers that are trained to kill. Alien is another one. I always liked the Alien franchise. I was always a big fan of it. You have contraband. Whoops. No. Some of the PlayStations honestly do. Like, that's why, like Helldivers should have came to console, Xbox already. Like, Starfield is... apparently, it's still going to PlayStation. We don't know when. I do think that Sony needs to step out of their bubble, and they need to kind of, like, you know... Great Team was sent behind a military harvest, and yeah, they did very I mean, they detonated a nuke in a sun and completely destroyed a solar system. There's some fucking... Yeah, you don't fuck around with Grey Team. Oh, I was addicted to stimulants? Are you fucking serious? Lovely. I'm an addict now. I'm a big fan of Red. I think Red Team are my favorite from Halo Wars. That's the other thing I like about Halo. Like, they've kind of done, like, everything. They've done the first-person shooter. They've done the third-person shooter. They've done the strategy game. I would honestly love to see Larian from Baldur's Gate either do a Mass Effect-style game, a Halo-style game, or like an Elder Scrolls-style game. Wait, Alien vs. Predator is in canon? I thought Alien vs. Predator was canon. Oh, I don't know about that, Ace. I liked Red vs. Blue, but I always had a bit of a disdain towards it because they kind of like don't get me wrong, Red vs. Blue is very cool. It's just they were basically able to make a kind of a career out of doing a kind of a Halo machinima. Whereas, like, other kind of companies weren't as lucky that tried to do similar. Like, back in the Red versus Blue days, there was quite a few good machinimas. Hunters in the Dark. Oh, such a good fucking book. Such a good book. You know, it is hilarious, really good. I haven't watched all of it. I know it went a bit fucking crazy towards the end.
Hey.
Hello, I need to find a doctor. Give me a moment. Where's the medical? Hello. Well, speaking of Halo, even has a fucking arcade game. In mobile games. Like, see, that's part of my hope with Bethesda coming to Xbox. The Xbox will do what they did with Halo. Like, we need books on Starfield. We need books on Elder Scrolls. There is 2 books on Elder Scrolls, and they're alright. I like them. We need books on Fallout. Like, we're getting a TV show on Fallout, that's cool. I want books, you know? Like, and honestly, I'm kind of surprised that Bethesda hasn't kind of... Because books would be one of the best way to kind of help the lore of Starfield, kind of push it a little bit.
We offer only the best care.
I wonder, though, is like that even something that Todd, like, and the team at Bethesda would be even interested in books? Like, surely they're interested in television. Well, it's not even... Xbox has so many good, like, all the Halo writers. You've got Kelly Gay. Eric Nyland needs to fucking come back. The Pinnacle. You've got, oh, who else is it? I think the guy... Is it the guy who wrote Silentium, Greg Bear? I don't think he's alive anymore. He might be. I apologize. He's not. Who else is there? Is it Matt Forbeck? That's one of the things that I always kind of let myself down, because I've read all, like, the different Halo books and stuff. I'm really bad with names. Same with, like, music. I'll know a song, but I don't know who wrote it. I need help, Doc.
So, what brings... Oh my.
Yeah, Doc, I got a fucking Aurora addiction.
Let's get these wounds closed up. We'll get you feeling better.
I will say, audiobooks. I tried an audiobook. There's, like, 2 Halo... I tried a bit on that person that wouldn't do when people care more about it. Oh, God. See, to be honest with you, right? Books and stuff with the lore could be beneficial to, you know, third-party content creators like modders. Because it would be a good kind of tool of, you know, what's... Like, you look at the Halo mods, and, like, there's some funny mods, but a lot of the mods are very much kind of, like, reconstructing things from the lore. You know, like,
well, you've certainly come to the...
Remember they like recreated a battle that was supposed to take place in Halo 3, but they never really got around to it. I will say I keep seeing clips of sell you, keep you, sell you, range weapon, yeah. Would be beneficial to... Oh, God. Neurojack. Research required... No. Power more? Ah, yes, because I need companions right about now. Shit, I gotta check my phone. Boom, 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 boom. Has anyone read the two Oblivion books? The books takes place between Oblivion and Skyrim. They're really good books, and they focus on Argonians, which I'm a big fan of. The Argonians, lizard people.
May you remain in good health.
Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I remember the war, the. Oh yeah, no, 100%. I've always liked comic book. The Halo Escalation comics were fucking amazing. Because comic books are also, they're a lot easier to get into. Well, going back to what I was gonna say, like, does anyone else remember watching? Anyone else remember watching the Skyrim live action trailer and thinking, Bethesda, make this a fucking series. Let me see a live action Dragonborn fighting a fucking dragon. Like, I used to watch that on repeat so much. It's like so fucking good. I'm over encumbered. We'll hit it on the way out. See, live action is something that, like, Fallout got very lucky. Because you look at Halo, which arguably I still enjoyed the TV show. You know, like, look, it was extended university kind of stuff. But, like, the Fallout TV show, they got very lucky. Now, I don't know if they could replicate it. If they could, 110%. Like, if Season 2 comes out and it's fucking banger like Season 1, Bethesda need to be signing up for an Elder Scrolls series and a Starfield series. You know? Like, it just, I don't know why they wouldn't. You just need a director that is like, okay, your job is to convert this story into a movie. Don't add your own fucking flair, you know? We don't need the main protagonist to, like, be human and Master Chief have to bang them. That's kind of like, what the fuck? Yeah, I've seen some of the leaks and stuff. Obviously, we want to be careful. We don't want to say anything because some people don't want to be spoiled, which is understandable. So that's one of the annoying things about being, like, online these days. It's very easy for things to be spoiled.
I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinion of all places. I presumed you must be onto something big. Did you find what you were looking for?
Oh, I did, Sadan. Don't play dumb. We know it was you.
Now, what in the heavens would make you claim something as ludicrous as that?
We recovered a recording.
Did you? Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I sincerely hope you didn't come to the wrong conclusions. After all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret such a discovery to mean I could have been involved with.
Honestly, New Vegas is really good.
Convince you to keep this among us.
I recommend playing it, but stay the fuck away from the fan base behind it. Obviously not all of them, but a lot of them are very much like, they live in a bubble where they basically hate Bethesda and think that it's the only good Fallout game. No more lies. What does he do? Probably whatever he wants. Samuel, the lore. Oh, to be fair, they're good. Actually, I never considered that those are. I meant Voyager. There's two Halo, or there's two. Sorry, my niece is angry. Give me 1 second.
You know, you're far more clever than I expected. You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau Ceti. New Atlantis. My doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I. Figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinion. Learning to synthesize it.
The,
Use it as a weapon.
there's 2 books that basically,
Being as clever
they
as
follow,
you are, I'm sure
the
you
Oblivion
have thoughts of
Crisis.
why I might do such a thing.
An Oblivion, like a floating city, basically appears above the Imperial City, and it's like 2 books following these people that are trying to stop it. It's really, really cool. It focuses on Titus Mede and the Mede dynasty, who are like technically the Emperor, but not really the Emperor in terms of the bloodline, because you're a madman and a murderer, and you live to sow death.
Hardly. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found, but we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinion spaceport, fixing 2 problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential.
Alright, so you like told people afterwards though, right? Told people afterwards, right?
Easy to say now, but at the time, I didn't know the Lazarus plant couldn't be plucked from the ground and used to cause even more death. I wasn't going to allow another dangerous...
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that, X.
Catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included.
No, you didn't.
What did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve.
Now, you did far more than serve, my man.
Arrange the attacks to set things right again. My daughter, she becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped.
Even that, though, Orlays was loyal to him, and he basically hung him out to dry. Not only did he hang him out to dry, he convinced him to kill himself. So you murdered UC citizens because of some slight against your honor. You're sick.
There are no heroes without a villain. I simply arranged the opportunity for us to overcome one and become the other.
You were already a villain.
All benefited. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Hadrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard?
Excuse me, I enjoy my obscurity.
Vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday.
Well, I mean, we could live in Londinion, but you fucking blew it up, you cunt. If you're waiting for me to say thank you, if you came to hear me, or if they came to hear me beg, they'd be honoring me for cleaning up your messes.
You're being honored only because I arranged the situations where it could happen. Be grateful.
See, that line,
Let's not forget
the ego on this man, he thinks he has power over us. The audacity. With your fucking, more fucking plastic in your face than my Warhammer figures. Oh, he's, see, is it sociopath and psychopath are similar? It's just sociopaths don't kill. He's psychopath. He kills. You know? I don't think so, big man.
I do still have a long list
part of their supply.
This needn't be the end of our good works together.
No, we need to deploy him. They're all up. That's, yeah, honestly, they're sketchy. We need to drop him on Londinium or Nera. Give him a knife and a day's supply of food and water, and throw him at some fucking terramorphs. And if he survives, shoot him in the legs and let the terramorphs eat him. So harming other sociopaths are just without the empathy. Ah. See, because I think he does enjoy. Obviously, we don't know a whole lot about it. Oh, I mean, you drop him in a key, that would be fucking fair, but that would cause another war. Hope you enjoyed this talk, because once I tell the cabinet, it'll be your last. You think I'm gonna just forget the fact that you killed people to accomplish your good works?
And how many have you killed to get where you are now? There are no great works that don't cost lives, Captain. Whether it's winning a war or digging a tram tunnel. So we sacrificed a few dozen in the attacks to possibly protect millions. That seems like a fair exchange to me.
What do you mean? People died building the fucking tram tunnel.
My name out of the discussions to come.
The fuck? People don't die in first world countries building tram tunnels in real life. You telling me in 300 years' time they're not using robots? I only kill people that try to kill me. I feel like there's a difference, you know? What kind of worker? Nah. You know? Or the UC didn't bring ocean. Honestly, like, it's a weird line. Because it's like, I could understand maybe Freestar having kind of lax laws and stuff. Like, building the mass tram tunnel will kill people. So what the fuck? Cydonia, fair. Well, that's a very fair point, actually, X. Cydonia is an example of kind of... See, that's one of the interesting things about, like, the UC, right? And I made a video months ago, and it was basically talking about the lore of the UC, but I ended up scrapping it because I just didn't want to post it. But, like, the UC and Freestar are quite similar in regards to the fact that certain members of the UC, like, for instance, right, you go, like, the president seems like a very nice lady. She seems to be 100% on the ball, right? The governor of Cydonia is a scumbag. He basically got his mistress killed, and we can't do anything about it, you know? I don't know too much about the leader of Gargarin, but and you kind of get that anywhere. Oh, I know it's rare, but it's just kind of like saying, like, you would expect in the future mundane tasks like, you know, manufacturing and building, that they wouldn't be, like, the risky stuff will be done by robots, you know? But, I really wish there was, like, a way we could kill the Cydonia guy. He's an asshole. I enjoyed this talk.
That is a pity, Captain. But I'm in no position to negotiate. Just think about the opportunity.
I'm honestly surprised, right, that if he would choose this option, that you don't get jumped later by, like, some of his goons. Like, I guarantee you, there's probably, like, he's a career admiral, right? I'd say a lot of the people that served under him would see him as a god and would be like, I don't serve the UC, I serve him. Like, I'm kind of surprised that there isn't some sort of kind of, like, you know, like, group. Kind of like the first, almost, but yeah. Hello? What's in there? Oh, it's a computer. Oh. Caution powder. I don't think so. Ecliptic have been around for a while. And Ecliptic, like, for the most part, they're just a merc group. He talks about a group? Chapaguri. A noodle dish with steak. Steak and noodle is a snack? What the fuck? Your character is a traitor to the Constitution of the United Colonies. Because of the United Colonies of Earth, but that's not what this is. What are we... One said maternal repository. We can build tiles for space shuttles that withstand, but we can't build a Cadillac that... What the fuck? No. We know a set. Why? What the fuck? That's the assassinations is kind of more Ryusian. I don't. Yep, we're gone. Oh, he mentions a group who hunt people down. Oh, that's kind of funny. So, again, how stupid were the group in charge? Like he's a good like look at the stuff with Napoleon. That's why you have to be very careful of a high-ranking military person. That's why military coups are so common in our history. You know, all it would take for him to escape, rally behind like some agenda, like, you know, the UC's grown soft, and suddenly you have a fucking civil war on your hands. Well, you should have been shot in the head. Hello? Hello? Wait, we know what that is now. Why does that say... Confirmed. We know what it is. Alpha Centauri. Narian Valo. Volai. Hello.
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the Asylees are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Did my father tell you what he knew about the Lazarus plant?
He confessed. He organized the attacks from his cell.
I knew it. The second I heard that recording, I knew. Why? Did he say why he did?
Well, see, the UC has, like, there's Aegis, right? Which kind of, I think, operates like the CIA, but they kind of frame it in a way that they're there to kind of help the people and protect the colony. Now, they probably would do some extrajudicial killing for the benefit of, you know, I don't know if they'd tell the president. Would you usually, like, do like the kind of like when you have the kind of the intelligence agencies, do they usually tell like the president or prime minister or like, do they usually tell them all the sketchy shit they do, or they're just like, we do sketchy shit, that's all you need to know? He said he was trying to fix the damage.
Captain?
It's not worth it.
Please go on. It takes some deeply twisted logic to think anything did more harm to the Sanan name than him. Well, once we inform the cabinet, they can ensure he won't be able to do anything like this ever again.
He deserves fucking death. I'm very much against the idea of killing people, but he fucking deserves it. I'll shoot him myself. I'll shoot him and revive him just to shoot him again. He asks we leave out of his involvement, saves to consider he deserves punishment. What do you think the cabinet will do to him?
My hope would be that whatever connections he's got to the outside world disappear. Make sure his
you'd have to like
and machinations stay in his cell.
They'd have to purge so many levels of kind of everything.
In a unique position.
Fill his tank. No, that'd be he'd like that.
Harm to the colonies.
He deserves punishment.
Exactly. Bring justice to everyone he's hurt.
I like the plants in the background.
I guess that gives us our final answer. Nothing left to do but head in and see what the cabinet thinks of it all. Unless there was more to this might be our last opportunity to...
Alright, we're good. Like, 'cause I'm pretty sure we'll see in a minute here, when you mentioned that he orchestrated, Chief Harkin? Basically, like, that's not possible. Instantly, you fail your job. You need to lose it. Put a morph in the glass. I tried that, to be honest. He's fucking invincible, which is annoying.
And here we go.
See, we need more, like, more representation of these. Because you've got, like, the council. You've got her. She's the head of basically all the techie stuff. I want more stuff regarding her. Got him. He's kind of cool. He's kind of cool. Personally, I don't know, though. I haven't really... We've no idea of his, like, combat record, to be completely honest. I mean, he couldn't be as bad as Vae Victis. He probably... I mean, realistically, he probably served under Vae Victis. And then this useless piece of shit. You heard me. How the fuck does a war criminal get access to the internet? Fucking idiots. Hello?
Welcome back, all of you.
Hello.
I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received...
the guy on the right.
It seems the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned
Pascal Logan.
strike. Is what I'm reading here true?
Yes, ma'am. That's right, ma'am. It was a deliberate attack.
My God.
My God.
An attack? Using terramorphs? How is that possible?
You will all receive a full briefing once we're done here. So then,
He was not misunderstood at all, Tenebro.
Did Reginald Orlays
He is a
commit
monster.
these attacks, Captain?
No, he did not, ma'am.
Orlays.
The report isn't the whole truth. Orlays helped, but Vae Victis organized the attack.
It's true, ma'am. I heard the recording myself. My father figured out how to use terramorphs as weapons.
He did what?
That's impossible. He doesn't have the kind of access to...
Clearly, he made his own access, Chief Sarkin. Madam President, I have been saying for years that not dealing with that man was going to end in tragedy.
I have to agree with you, Yassine. You're an asshole.
Understands that
but I fucking agree with you.
Is a state secret of the highest
Oh yeah, security chief needs to fucking go immediately. Replace him with Officer Yumi. Sergeant Yumi.
Now that's quite the accusation.
It would be very cool seeing that, Nolgroth.
Francois Sanon has not left containment for the better part of 2 decades. You have evidence to back this up?
Yes, ma'am. Play the recording.
It just transformed. A terramorph out of thin air. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe.
Heavens help us. Is that actually him?
I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Francois.
He knew they could do this. And said nothing.
He's a sociopath. Plain and simple, ma'am.
Officer, please collect that recording.
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, Captain.
Here you go. You're welcome.
We'll, of course, be launching a full investigation into how this could have happened. Though I have little doubt the Admiral will be quick to share all he knows on the subject once confronted with that recording. Chief Yassine, can you send one of your interrogators to have a little chat with the Admiral?
Yeah, it is the best
I'll
quest
issue the
line.
order immediately.
Good. Combined with
Is
everything else
Yassine?
you all
Is
have
it just me, right?
Well,
Yassine sounds like he's from Freestar territory. Just be now, obviously, it's just because he sounds a big hee-haw cowboy.
The colonies by not dealing with
I wonder, did he originally originate then?
intend to rectify that mistake immediately.
Good. The world will be better without Vae Victis.
I'm inclined to agree, Captain. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches. The 3 of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the cabinet to ensure this can never happen again.
Oh, it'll happen again.
As
We're
such,
stupid as
The
humans.
cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinion. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
A sound decision, Madam President.
I personally recommend we carpet bomb Londinium. I don't think anyone lives there. Maybe some, oh, what is the thing they do in Mass Effect? What is it called? Is it a neutrino bombardment? Is that a real thing? Can you, like, bombard to wipe... Well, would a terramorph have the same genetic makeup as, like, most sentient life? Maybe not. Alright, ma'am, that's the right call. Ma'am, I believe the other faction should be involved in securing the Lazarus plant. They're gonna say no.
Tell the Freestar Collective. Wow. So they have another tool to utilize against us?
I'm in agreement. I fail to see the value here.
I will say there is probably dozens of fucking gunship pilots that haven't seen any true action, you know, prior to the war or after the war, that would, if atmospheric flies thing, would love to just start fucking, imagine like a mission flying down in your fucking, your ship, fucking doing strafing runs on terramorph hives. It'll demonstrate the collective that the UC isn't planning to secretly use it down the line.
That is an interesting idea.
I like you, Kulkarni. We need more about you. You're really cool.
It doesn't think like those of the past.
The observers on Mars have proven such a gesture can bear fruit.
So, you want us to make nice with the collective by sharing our state secrets?
No, I want us to display plainly the UC's actual intentions, that the plant will never be used as a weapon again.
That does sound
Railgun
worthwhile,
bombardment
Chief
would be a little bit too extreme if we ever want to go back to Londinium.
In the management. Thank you for the suggestion, Captain. So then, to our final topic. The Cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also heat leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer
I agree
approach.
again, you see.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps. The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the Cabinet. We were hoping your group might issue a recommendation. Major?
We've had a few discussions, but our group is similarly split. Only the captain has yet to weigh in.
I see. Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise, but we'd like to know your take on the matter.
Deploying the Aseles is the safest route. That's my vote.
I'm in full agreement. No need be delving into unpredictable science.
All right, let's not mock science.
And Major Sinan?
But I agree.
Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the
Set loose the honestly.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today,
Like, what's the
marks
worst
day
case
one
scenario?
for the
Some
United
UC
Colonies
civvy gets drunk and gets fucking gored by a fucking by an Aseles. Like, that's not a huge problem.
As befits such a group, the Cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Madam President.
You all have earned it. Now, there's much to be done. Major Sinan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts.
Yes.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
Yes.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be
All
providing
right.
much
Thank you.
as a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD.
All right.
Speak to your commander.
All right.
He should be able to provide
All right.
on behalf of the whole of the United.
All right.
This meeting is adjourned.
Thank you. All right. As a first-class citizen, I request to be put in command of the UC Vigilance. I think that we should use it for better means than chasing pirates, madam.
Those officers we lost at the spaceport
Madam.
getting justice. And that's
Please, can I have the keys to the Vigilance?
All
I promise I'll bring them
branches
back.
are on board with the plan.
I want to show off to the Freestar. Come on, it'll be funny.
This is the first step in our long march
All right,
against
fine.
the Terramorphs. But we'd be going.
Looks like I'm not allowed flying the UC Vigilance. The fuck is the point? Pascal,
Victis.
you got any warships I can borrow?
Soul again.
You've got quite a bit of work ahead
Congratulations
of
on
you,
making
Captain.
the UC military.
It does bother me that we can't have like dialogue with these characters.
I'm pleased with... Well, the TMD has a long
We all have our
road
tasks,
ahead of it,
Captain.
but the results
we
will
get
be
to 'em.
worth it.
Vanguard sure got lucky snagging you.
Am right? It's a nice helmet you got there. It's actually a really cool helmet. I think it's airtight. Alright, where are we off to now? Commander Tuala.
Informed us of your new status. Congratulations on making Class 1.
Welcome. I mean, thank you. Alright. Hello.
Well, well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations.
Gimme, thank you. It's an honor.
No need to thank me. You brought this all on yourself.
Do I get a cool outfit?
I've already gone it.
Okay.
And the credits should be... But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay...
Alright. I can, that's incredibly generous. Rather drink engine oil than live in New Atlantis.
Higher-ups wanted to make sure you know how much they appreciate what you've done. But, with all that squared, it's time to get you a new assignment. There are your standard Vanguard missions, or you could help the team...
Alright.
Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker.
Alright.
Any of those missions call to you?
No thanks, I'm gonna take a break. I'm doing my duty.
Of course.
Alright. Yeah, it's a very long desk. Alright. Hey. At least you don't get killed by Ashta living in the UC colonies. You just die because of bureaucracy. Alright, we're gonna proceed to the UC Vigilance. I need an outfit. We gotta like dress the part. Alright, hold on now. Let me see. We need a good, what's a good UC outfit? Let's use console commands. Help. UC for armor. Ba-ba. Right. We'll do UC Navy. SysDef officer uniform. We'll do UC Navy. So where's Vanguard officer uniform? Actually, let me... UC... Do Vanguard. Did the Vanguard get a hat? Don't get a hat. Let's go back to UC. SysDef officer fatigues. Vanguard officer a uniform. Rolkov's officer, UC Navy officer hat. Rolkov's hat is a UC Navy officer. UC Navy officer uniform and a hat. So player dot add item to 1A 860A 860. Search that again. They definitely should have given you the Vanguard. I don't know why they didn't. UC Navy crew. Rolkov's officer. It says it's UC Navy, but is it? Does it match? 3 EB, 3 EB, 3 B, 4 B4, 4 B4. All right. All right, where's my outfit? All right, how do I look? Isn't that the stuff? Isn't that and the stuff they put on the ship when you join? I don't believe so. All right, but we could check. I don't think so, though. I don't think there's any clothing on my ship. What do I look like? Oh, Jesus Christ, that is not UC. What sort of fucking hat is that? Who the fuck are UC Navy? Alright, maybe don't use the hat. What do you have? We're gonna need a different hat. Bum bum. So I think there's like 2, isn't there? Maroon cargo wear hat? UC Navy hat. Sort of add item 2 C 6 E70. All right, what are we looking like? Hello, ooh, excuse me. Oh God, no! Where's the beret? The fuck is this? Where's my beret? What's the one he's wearing? I want your beret. Can I have your beret? I need to. What is it? Show open actor container. Open actor container 1. Oh, because I didn't click on him. All right, what are you wearing? All right, unequip that. You know what? You can have that. And perfect. All right. There we go. I look a lot better. Hello there.
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I escort you to the commander?
Nope. I'm here in official Vanguard business, so I'd prefer to... What can you tell me about the Vigilance?
I'm not authorized to divulge information about this vessel. Suffice to say, it's one of the toughest ships in the UC's arsenal.
Is this?
Understood? So,
Roger that. Away we go.
That took down that terramorph on Tau City.
I am.
You've made quite an impression around here.
You?
Everyone upstairs is talking about it.
Well, Alex.
Conde's on level 2. Try not to touch anything until he actually clears you.
I almost regret missing out on all the fun. Of course, we don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments.
I like the outfit.
All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Conde should be waiting for you. Good luck.
I feel like there should be like UC Vanguard gear. Hello?
Okay. SysDef Marines are the best of the best.
Are they? Do they see combat much?
Hello.
Anyone know when they do a multiplayer? When there'll never be a multiplayer for this game. Hello?
Yes?
Hello? Commander.
I believe we have something important to discuss.
Hello, Commander.
Ah, there you are. Commander Kibwe Kande, UC SysDef. Glad to have you aboard. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about Commander Tuala's offer.
I'm here to do my part for the United Colonies.
Excellent. Then let's get right to it, shall we? This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance. SysDef's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet.
You're really doing the Vader or the Tarkin Doctrine approach of like, let's use a large warship to track down pirates that will have far more smaller evasive ships. Why not just invest in some patrol corvettes? You need more than one ship. You can just in the face during the first meeting. What the fuck? Impressive ship, but I don't see where I fit in.
Whether this ship is
All right, Michael, have a good one. Catch you later.
Element that we've been lacking. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information.
I like the voice actor. This voice actor voiced Javik from
The catch is that you can't just
from
knock on their
Mass
front
Effect.
door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse.
I assume you've chosen me because I'm expendable.
Let's get one thing straight right now, soldier. I don't care if you're from the Vanguard, the Navy, or the technician that scrapes the carbon scoring of the engine nozzles. In my eyes, your past service no longer matters. You're now an agent of SysDef, meaning that it's my job to keep you alive.
That's fair enough. I respect you a lot more for that. I already assume you have a plan in mind.
I do. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention.
Sounds simple enough.
You'd better hope so. Saoirse won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know.
Roger that. Point the way and I'll get it done.
Eager to get going? Good.
Can I fly?
Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down.
I've done it a few times, yes. I'll do my best.
I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control.
I can stay on course.
That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion.
Can I get a rank?
Now, get out of here.
Property of the UC.
Good luck.
What happens if I get arrested?
For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines.
All right, how will I contact you?
That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own.
All right. Any info on Saoirse?
All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years, which means she's been privy to some seriously shady deals. She's shrewd and she's diligent. The only reason we were able to connect her with the Crimson Fleet at all was thanks to an informant. I'm afraid she's the best lead we've got.
She's also Irish, which means she's going to be difficult to deal with.
As you were.
Hey, yeah, can I have this coffee mug? Rob, yeah, this is mine now. That's fine too. I don't drink coffee, I just like mugs. Hello there, Lieutenant Gillian Toft. I am Major General Jack O'Neill.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood?
Yes, ma'am. Yep.
Well, you better. Commander Akande's entire operation is resting on your shoulders. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig.
I'm simply trying to understand my task, Lieutenant. Sounds like I touched a nerve.
It's not you, it's the Crimson Fleet. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so
How the fuck did you know I was on Vectera? I'm no hero. I'm here to do my duty as a member of the Vanguard.
Yes, of course. And your actions will be duly noted in your records.
Money involved?
I'll see to that personally.
Need money.
Speaking of which, that reminds me of something else you need to know. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement
Now we're
for
talking,
each piece
man.
of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts.
It's very generous. Credits, now you're speaking my language.
Commander Akande came up with the idea. He was concerned you might not help us simply because it was the right thing to do. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia.
I can just imagine, like...
And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson
Can
Fleet.
you imagine, right?
You're dismissed.
It's like 12 hours have passed. It's like the ship is, my ship is still docked. Commander kind of is like, Commander, are you good? You haven't left. Yeah, I'm fucking great, sir. Oh, Jesus, this Aurora is fucking phenomenal. How do I undock the ship?
Yes. What?
Just, yeah, completely sniffs the product, becomes an addict.
Pardon.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Hello.
Taking that. And that. Oh, God. Hi there. Hi.
I don't know about you.
You don't know me. That's understandable. I'm new here.
That isn't it. We've got plenty of green pilots picked right from the academy. But yours happen to come from a different farm. Vanguard.
What's the academy? And why can't I be in the academy?
Then you are one of us. For now.
You a pilot?
You guessed it. In fact,
Salute the snail.
I'd say you've got what linguistic experts call FOGO. A firm grasp of the obvious.
Thank you. I'm very good at that stuff.
I'm not just any pilot. I'm the best. And I've got the kills to prove it.
I don't just grasp the obvious. I have it in a chokehold.
Don't squeeze too hard, newbie. Someone might mistake it for sarcasm.
How long you involved with SysDef?
Long story. I got my start in the academy and made a name for myself hunting the Crimson Fleet. I eventually got recruited to do test flights on a star station orbiting Lloyden's Rock. Me and 3 other Archangel pilots did some work on some extremely dangerous prototypes. But I called in a few favors and got back home with SysDef. Someone with my talents needs to be here, where the action is.
I really like this character because as you progress through the quest line, he kind of opens up more to you, and you kind of have a level of camaraderie. Where'd you learn to fly?
I cut my teeth on space trucks, believe it or not. Before I got my stripes, I was just another cargo hauler trying to earn an honest wage. But after a couple slick escapes, I got recruited to the academy and went from dodging pirates to hunting.
Where's this academy? I want to be part of.
Some of my best tricks were with a big rig. Ever try a pitchback with a Hope Tech truck with 2 fleet wraiths on your tail? Compared to that, doing it with a military fighter is a piece of cake.
Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't know that.
Stay frosty.
Stay frosty, okay. Docking port. What is docked here? Docking port 2? Authorized ships only? Authorized ships only. Is his ship docked to the other side, I think? Docking port is my ship. Docking port 2 is empty. Alright. Time to... Oh shit, maybe if I'm deep undercover I shouldn't dress like a youth. Fuck it. So anyone asshole says I stole it. We're gonna fly it like we stole it. But that'd mean we're gonna plummet it into the nearest lake. Because I don't know how an altimeter works. See, we need more of this, like ships in formation. Where's the... Do they not have a chimera? They should have a chimera, right? No chimera? Oh, you're a chimera. Hello. Hello?
Yes?
The mantis suit does look a bit weird, to be completely honest with you. That fucking grab drive. Holy shit, that's a big ass grab drive. That's why they call me Crimson Flyboy. Oh, whoops, sorry. My bad. Alright. Alright. Let's act natural. I'm not a UC pilot. Talk to that really obnoxious fucking... It is at this moment Crimson realized he could make far more money selling that Aurora he was given than actually helping the UC or the Crimson Fleet. Welcome to Sidonia. 165 hours without an accident, that's nice. Hello. S&M? What is S&M? Like the shop? How are you doing?
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy.
Ah, be Jesus, is it another Irish woman? How's it going? I'm here to sell, but I'm looking for you.
Wouldn't be the first time I've heard that line. Oh, don't give me that look. I'm just having a laugh. What have you got for me?
Mrs., what the fuck is your accent supposed to be? Take a look at this set. Let's talk price first there, Mrs.
I'm not talking price until I know what the hell I'm buying.
Take a look at this sample.
Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
If you can't handle it, it's, I thought the trade authority would buy anything. Guess the people that told me you were the best were wrong.
No, they're right. What they didn't tell you is that I have a self-preservation streak 1 kilometer wide. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit.
Ah, shit. What if I just blow your brains out and ask someone else?
Sure, go ahead. You shoot me and the TA will have bounty hunters on your ass before you even get back to the spaceport. Listen, love, I've heard it all. Threats bounce right off, so either cough up the finder's fee or try and sell that shipment on your own.
I have to pay you just to find out where you sell your shit? Ah, fucking here's money.
You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you. There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Alright, Bethesda, can we like hire actual Irish people? That like are Irish? Not a Scottish voice actor doing an Irish accent. Like generations of people will think that's what Irish people sound like, and we don't.
Am I glad I got
Hello
this
there.
job instead of
You
mine?
definitely look like a very dodgy villain. Is that a box? A fucking suitcase?
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away.
I heard you might be able to move some cargo. Am I the only one that thinks of Cromson? That's a different fucking person. What the fuck? Also, who's Cromson? Is there another fucking Starfield creator stealing my lingo? I heard you might be able to help me move some cargo.
Oh, yeah? Well, I don't know who the hell you are. So,
Here you go.
hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you.
They're after me, Lucky Charms.
Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this.
Cromson land boy.
If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first.
Okay, who's us? Who's we and us? I thought it was only Hugh.
You're a clever one, aren't you? Let's just say I have a certain influential affiliation. And leave it at that. Basically, you want that Aurora moved, I'm your guy.
Alright, whoever, like, produces the fucking carabiner clips, like, they have a monopoly on this. No problem. Forget it, I'll take my shipment to someone else.
Yeah, sure. If the trade authority won't even deal with the shipment of that crap, where else you gonna go? Just cool your thrusters for a minute before you wreck this deal for the both of us. Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt.
Why are you around children?
Probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him.
You're
Either
a
way,
fucking
I want
child.
that money back.
Well, no, I do understand that, Rob. I just think it's quite a common thing, to be honest, in, like... Because when it comes to like generally movies or stuff, you're going to go with accents that like most English, because English speakers would kind of understand it, you know, like and I get it, but at the same time it's like kind of like, come on now, there's some really talented Irish voice actors, I'm assuming, out there that could do a good Irish accent without having to kind of ham it up. I'll get it done.
Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable looking guy.
Why does this guy look like he practices eugenics in his spare time?
There's nothing like seeing old soul coming through the
Well, no, and it did a good job, that voice actor. I was, to be honest, I was actually shocked the amount of voice actors in this game that I didn't realize. Like, they have the Drifter from Starfield, or the Drifter from Destiny voices a few characters in this game, which is really cool. But they have so Sarah from Mass Effect Andromeda, she voices 2 characters in this game, which kind of shocked me, to be honest. Because she's quite a prominent, like, voice actor, in my opinion, really good voice actor. I didn't realize that, Hadrian is voiced by Tanaka, his voice actor from Halo 5. There's actually quite a few Halo voice actors. The UC Vanguard engineer that you talk to at the very start, who gives you, like, the kind of the package for your ship, he voices John. Sarah, no, sorry. So in Mass Effect Andromeda, there's like 2 brothers, brother and sister. Sarah is the sister, and basically she's voiced. Are you touting for work? What work? Hello?
If you need a quiet spot to think,
Your name is Horace?
the community center is a good
Horace?
If you know anyone in need of food or shelter, please.
Horace?
Send them. Someone help! What are you? Someone help!
Gotta kill Horace.
What are you doing?
Traitor to the true emperor.
Someone help me!
Horace is invincible. Quit your demon powers, Horace.
Someone help me!
Hello, Carl. Alright, let's reload that save. Sorry, Get a bit Blood Angel-y there. Hello, Horace. Hello. Or you know, hello, Carol.
Something I can help you with?
I'm here to collect. Adler Camp sent me to teach you a lesson.
Hey, slow down. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Adler is serious about the debts. I don't know. Do you owe money to anyone or not?
Of course.
Oh God,
I
no.
owe money. Unless you're independent.
I mean, I'd be down for anything like that, but no, I don't think people did like my accent. It's too
I owe Deimos.
an amalgamation of too much shit.
I owe Galbank. Heck, I have a tab at Parsec Deep.
Well, no, the Horus was more of a reference to Warhammer.
So why don't you just leave me here?
Alright, listen, bud. I don't have time to fucking play games, okay? I'm trying to give you a black eye. We already have 2 of them.
What? Play what games? You're obviously confusing me with someone else.
Alright, this is the part where I hold you up against the wall.
It's been a long day.
No, there has not been.
Wash off the dust and relax.
I'll go back. Well, it's been nice knowing you. I'm sure your funeral will be lovely.
Hey now. Take it easy there. Let me think.
No, there'll be some before the release of the PlayStation. Bethesda aren't that crazy.
Oh, wait. You mean that Adler? Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check.
That's not good enough. I don't think Adler's going to be satisfied with that option.
Well, I mean, he doesn't really have a choice.
Does he not?
Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know?
But what about the Bloodstones of Gampa 3? Promise to stop borrowing from Adler and I'll pay the debt for you.
Holy crap. Really?
It's not gonna work. He's gonna...
You'd do that for me? Wow. I don't need... Thank you.
He's 100% gonna borrow.
A friend of mine bought this ship. It's literally called the Narcissus. So, yeah, I definitely think it's a vanity purchase.
Oh. If they actually wanted to explore the galaxy, they would have gotten a Discovery.
Listen, Sven, Discovery is a shit ship, alright? The Narcissus is a good ship. Strike at the heart of the problem. Who the fuck is Joy? Hello? Who the fuck is Joy? You look...
Oh, hello.
Who are you?
Hey! Haven't seen you around here before. Did you just move in?
Yeah, I'm new. You'll be seeing me a lot around here.
Huh. Must have missed it. Didn't see any moving boxes or anything. Anyway, if you're new and looking to meet new people, I'm your guy. Name's Mitch. I'm just a guy who lives here in the Lux condos. I'm always looking to make new friends. People, I love having people to...
Right, you kind of weirded me out, kid.
Oh, sorry. I've been told I can be a bit much sometimes. Just trying to be friendly, since I know Sidonia can be a depressing place, even if you are used to it. Anyway, I don't want to keep you, but I figured I'd ask. If you happen to know anyone with a ship.
Right, right, you know what? Alright, we're good. We're good with you. Alright, I'm gonna call it for tonight, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow, where we will be attempting some Starfield, not on a hard difficulty.
What a day, huh?
Hope you guys have a good evening. Mitch based off a real gamer. Whoa, now, whoa. Not all gamers are like that, okay? We're not all nerds. I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.